Hello. We're live. Terra Nullius, episode 8. We're all hype. We're all here. Let's play a game, guys. So first thing I wanted to go through, because I mean we've had some time to kind of like think about the campaign for a while.
It's about a month.
It has been like legit month. Man, that's so sad. Luckily, I watched through every single episode of Terra Nullius, so I'm completely caught up. It happened, guys. I listened to everything on 2x speed, so it was easier for me to do that. But I did it. I know everything that happened. I'm all caught up. But one of the things I want to kind of talk about is because we have the XP as it is right now with the way we have it set up. So you guys get XP for killing monsters, and you also get XP for bringing treasure back to Lord Navarro. And pairing that with the two facts that you have leveled up incredibly quickly, and we haven't really been using inspiration all that much because it's a wonky mechanic that often gets overlooked in 5th edition. One of the thoughts I had was, what if we change the XP question thing to be inspiration instead of XP? And so you can, at any point, right, like if you need inspiration on a roll, you can just be like, I'll be like, hey, make something up about your backstory that would like inspire your character in this moment to have inspiration. Or you, at any point, like if you just want to have inspiration charged, you can just reveal something new about your character. I think that's going to be the stipulation, right? Reveal something new about your character that we didn't know before.
That'd be cool.
Are we all down with that?
Yeah.
So it's that plus like if we say something inspirational, we still get inspiration, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Cool.
sure it's
That sounds great to me.
Times last time.
Yeah. There's just been
sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah. I think the only other thing, the other thing that I was gonna bring up, we can talk about at the end because it has to do with the conversation we were having about like what we should do in our like times that we don't have everybody here. But anyway, we could talk about that after the session. So let's jump right into it. So when we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, they had just been murdered by velociraptors. Deinonychus is same
Velociraptor's named Caleb.
Velociraptor's named Caleb. Every single one of them, actually. It was really weird. The handler of the raptors was just like really uncreative, so we named them Caleb 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I looked at the map again that you guys had that battle in. I would just like to point out that you only killed one raptor and the shaman.
I killed the shaman.
That is the only actual murder that happened there.
Okay, so guys, I have an idea for when we fight. We kill all together, one at a time.
To be fair, we were trying.
I missed literally like all 3 of my attacks on the shaman.
Yep.
And I got hit through a boosted AC of 20.
Yeah, you were a halfling gopher.
Yeah, I was a halfling gopher.
Yeah.
Halfling whack-a-mole.
And
he whacked me.
He whacked you hard. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So you're welcome for giving you XP, even though you only killed 2 of the monsters that I threw at you. Just like to say, I am not a ungenerous GM.
You are a benevolent GM.
Thank you. I need this affirmation in my life, guys. In finals right now, so. Whew. Last final tomorrow though, so yay.
Finally. Sorry.
Nice, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. All right, so we pick back up with our wonderful band of adventurers. They are in a cave after they took a nap.
Very
took
long
an 8-hour nap, during which they magically healed from all of their wounds, because that's the way this game works. So what's the plan, guys? Like, are you gonna go storm the castle now? It went so well when you were fighting outside the castle. Why not throw yourself against walls now too? As they
yes, let's commit suicide. That sounds like a great idea.
Toity says to God.
Toity, what are you talking to?
Sorry, I had to say that in character.
Yeah. So what's the plan? You guys awaken from your slumber as bears from hibernation.
Why am I a bear?
You're a bear because you were in a cave.
Oh, Darius, that's just a dream. You're dreaming.
I'm sick of all these weird dreams. First I'm a bear, then you're like strapped to my back and we're all running through.
We do need to make that canon somehow.
Yes,
We
I
need to
mean,
make that canon somehow.
yes. That was just a very odd way to bring it up, I feel.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was a very odd way to bring it up. Let me see if I can find a picture for this. That was a wild man. We've been messaging each other a lot this week.
We've
Oh
been
yeah.
so hyped,
Like
guys.
since Monday, we literally have messaged each other like nonstop.
I think I've talked to you guys more than my real life friends.
Same.
You have real life friends? What's that
What
like?
are those? That's my husband. Does that count? He
Yes.
hanging out with me.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, they're not loading fast enough. Whatever. It'll come. It'll happen eventually.
Anyways.
So as Darius begins his construction of the saddle, yeah, what do you guys
So after rewatching our last session, I've decided that it seems most appropriate that Arie at this point is out for blood, like revenge. Makes sense, right? I mean, she saved on her Constitution save of like totally not having a mental breakdown. So she's like,
Yeah, sure, you did.
I say we storm that castle and just kill
Murder
as many
everyone.
of them as we
Yeah.
can. Murder everybody.
Yeah.
Did you hit your head when we were fighting them?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Maybe we don't go running gung-ho and try to kill everything like we normally do.
And then God says, "No, you should definitely run gung ho."
Why? Where is this voice coming from?
Darius, I think you're hearing things again. I think you took a few too many blows to the head.
I don't know, but somehow I think that's one of the smarter things that Darius has ever said.
Which is weird.
Very weird. Maybe the knocks to the head shook things the right way.
Well, listen, here's my thought. Okay, we're here to kill some people. Obviously, we're here to take their land. Let's just go do it. Let's just do it. Let's just storm in.
Why not we go back to Captain Miggy and get some help?
Clearly, because clearly he's made you the diplomat, and we haven't tried to be diplomatic yet.
Yeah, I can't talk to them. We
Yeah,
were
well,
lucky. We were lucky with
Talk to
Oatley.
the ogres, and they had no
Wait,
idea.
hold on. Here's a thought. We can talk to the ogres, but maybe we can strike a deal with ogres to help us storm the castle.
That is not a bad
That
idea.
is not a bad idea, actually.
That is the best idea I've ever heard come out of Darius's mouth. I'm like legitimately like lost for a lot.
My world is
How
turned
well
upside
can you
down.
draw? How well can you draw, Toity? How are we going to explain
That's a good
I
question.
don't think I can draw Toity that well.
That's not what she meant. That's not what she meant. How well would I would guess Toity,
I mean, that would be a performance check, probably. So,
let's roll for performance. Let's see how decent of a drawer I am.
unless, wait. Unless there are, like, artist's tools?
I have a disguise kit. Not exactly artisan tools.
You could disguise a brick.
Right, so,
but I
so
do
not artisan's
but I do
tools,
have
right?
prestidigitation.
Artisan's tools is a different thing than what I'm thinking. Okay, so there's calligrapher's tools, cartographer's tools, painter's supplies. Yeah, so I think you would have to be proficient with one of those tools.
I have a prestidigitation. I could always just show it
That's true, yeah.
in my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't need to draw, he can just magic it.
I mean, technically, I have a +6 to performance, so.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, technically, I think in the rules, I think it would, like, to actually draw something, it would be, like, a tool set, a tool proficiency rather than a skill, so.
And I don't
A
have.
true artist doesn't need those things.
Yes, but a true artist needs to be proficient with them.
I mean, come on. Toity is a true artist. He's just a different kind of artist.
Yeah. He's a performance artist.
He's
a
the
con
backside
artist.
king.
Oh, yeah. In some ways, hey, you came
is why
on this
it's
expedition
Dreadcon.
on a lie, so that's not, that's true.
That is true. I cannot deny that.
Yep.
So, to Oatley we go. How far away is Oatly? They're far away, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, but here's the thing, right?
We can just explore the rest of the coast and then
You can do that.
Because Arie would know that we're all the way at the bottom of the island, and they're all the way at the top. So it's going to take us a couple days to get up there.
I don't think this castle's going to move though.
No,
Yes, they didn't seem too eager to let anybody in.
but they could be following us.
That is true.
If they
And then
follow
we
us,
still lead them into the
So,
ogre camp where they can.
Why not
we
have
can all
the
help.
element of surprise and just storm them?
Just attack them.
Because it's Ari, I don't think you understand the element of surprise. That would have been if we made it the first time without
Yeah,
them.
and whose fault is it that we didn't make it the first time?
I think actually it's everyone's but me.
So I mean, like, this is the thing, right?
I should remember that.
One thing you guys could do is just do some scouting, right? Like, just look around the area, see if there's maybe a couple things that you're like maybe missing. Like, is there a back entrance to this castle? Do we actually have to go to the front gates? Like, there's a couple of things you could do before you actually make a decision, since you're already here.
I mean, we can scout it out, and when I say we, I mean Ari and someone to monitor her to make sure she doesn't rush in and attack them.
Right.
Well, I'm not dumb enough to rush in and
Yeah.
attack them by myself.
Ari has too
That's the one
strong of a
that's
sense
Make
of
sure
self-preservation.
you're talking
for
a
that.
little bit crazy right now.
That's
So,
fair.
and clearly, I mean, I shouldn't be the one going with you because that's
This
not
is-
my
this
kind
is coming
of
from
thing.
the woman who wanted to kill all the ogres at first.
Yeah, yeah.
I think all of you wanted to kill the ogres, but
Well, I'm fine with killing all of them. I'm just saying I shouldn't be the one scouting out because I'm not very stealthy.
Hey, I'll go out and scout them. That's fine with me.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with trying to scout stuff out.
I say, Toity, you come with me. Darius, you stay here and protect Raia.
Okay,
I guess if I have to, I will. So I'm going to start prepping. Before we leave, though, I am going to start prepping comprehend languages, and I think that only lasts an hour, though. How long are we going to go? How long are we going to be out for?
How big is this castle, Caleb?
So if you were to like do like a scouting mission, like around the base of it, look around the hills and cliffs that surround it, I think it would take a couple hours if you're trying to be careful and stealthy, right? Because obviously you don't want to run across a patrol of lizardfolk or whatever. But yeah, I would say definitely more than an hour, but not more than 5 hours.
I'll probably just prepare my components and get them ready if I need them. Then.
And then if they're going to be gone for that amount of time, I would like to use the book The Kissing Men to help teach Darius how to read.
Oh, wonderful.
of all the books you could use to teach Darius to
That's
read.
the book that I have from Captain
True.
Mickey.
It's true.
Okay.
Such a classy man.
I mean, let's roll for that first, I guess.
That's a different kind of class.
What?
Not a class I want to be taking.
I mean, we're just starting with like recognizing letters and stuff, like very basic things, but I just have the book as an aid.
All right, what do I roll?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like who needs to roll here and what they need to roll. And this is why Dungeons and Dragons isn't the best system for these kind of like things. Like,
Well, I was thinking also like, would it even be a roll right now? Because could it be towards like the however many cumulative hours it would take to learn a new skill?
right, there are rules.
Isn't it like
about
250 hours or something like that? If you're
Yeah.
doing something, then you just learn the new skill.
that. Yeah, let me look up downtime real quick. See what it says.
If we're gonna be here a long time, I might as well teach Darius how to read.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like every however many hours, he kind of like now can like recognize a letter or something like that.
It would be really handy if you could teach me to read one of the local languages.
Yeah,
Well,
even that's not happening for me.
Yeah.
There's a spell for that.
So it says the GM determines how long it takes and whether one or more ability checks are required. The training
Okay.
lasts. Wait. Okay, it says that, and then it just says the training lasts for 250 days. So that's
250 days. Okay.
weird. After you spend the requisite amount of and then it costs 1 GP per day if you're like paying someone to do this for you. So I guess
I'm doing it for free.
I mean, that sounds like the amount of time it would take to actually teach someone how to read proficiently. So read and write proficiently. So I guess just mark 1 day towards that.
Okay,
250 days.
I'm starting a thing.
Will I join the book club?
Eventually, you will. You'll learn to love the stories that I'm teaching you.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
So
Darius is going to be a terrible ladies' man.
Oh wow. Darius, how about you roll an insight check, similar to what Raia did on these books originally?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd be reading him full passages,
Oh, okay. So you just
point. Because if I'm teaching, if you're teaching somebody how to read, you don't read them a book.
Fair.
I'm just using it because I don't have a lot of paper to be here's this letter.
Right. Okay. So just disregard that for now. I think we'll still use that role eventually. So once you actually get the story of this book, you will realize.
I'll make a note of it.
Yeah, Darius, you will realize that something is very wrong here. You're like, my mom told me something about this once. This is not how you're supposed to treat women.
Yeah. Or men.
Yeah, or men. Fair.
They're doing it wrong.
They're doing romance all wrong.
It turns out Darius is just great with all of that, and he's like, no, you don't do this, you do this.
You come to Darius for sage advice about romance. Later on, when Toity falls in love with a fire lady princess, he's gonna come to Darius for romantic advice.
Has to happen now.
Okay, I have a new page in my notebook. Darius' reading progress.
Awesome. So you guys, what is your exact intention, Arie and Toity, in this scouting mission? What do you want to accomplish?
To not get killed.
Okay, that's one stipulation. Sure.
That's his accomplishment. My accomplishment is to try to find a weak spot in the castle. Try to find other entrances. Maybe even see if I can figure out, based on their scouting parties and how big it is, how many people might be in there. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
In hindsight, there's something Darius might have been able to help with that.
Well, I'm busy teaching you how to read, so.
Yeah.
So I think this is an investigation roll. So whoever has the highest investigation, roll that with advantage because the other one's helping them.
I have +2.
Yeah,
I have
+2.
+3.
So are either of you trained in it?
Nope, I'm not proficient in it.
No.
Okay. Yep. So that makes sense. So Arie, you roll it with advantage. Good thing you had advantage. 19. Yeah, I think you do find something. So it's going to be a little difficult to pull off. But you have found, so when you go down towards the beach, kind of below, so you can't get to the fortress from the beach, where the actual entrance is, because it's up on these cliffs. But when you kind of are scouring the beach a little bit, that's underneath these cliffs on which the fortress lays, you find some sea caves. You find some caves that kind of go connect to the sea. There's water in there. It looks like some what lives in Brazil. Are there seals on the coast of Brazil?
I doubt it.
Because I feel like that. No, I'm. Well, okay, there are South American sea lions. So whatever. Okay, there are sea lions, guys. Who are kind of in this next to the cave on these these rocks, calling to one another, and they jump into the water when you guys get close. But yeah, there's some sea caves that kind of go in quite a distance, and it's a little twisty, a little windy, but you find a point that, and this is an educated guess, but you think it's pretty educated, that if you were to swim underneath where the cave continues, but underwater for a little ways, You think, given what you've seen of like the rock formations, what you know about nature because you're a ranger, you think that this will come out to some caves that will possibly connect to like the lower levels of this fortress. Mainly because like this is just kind of the natural thing that occurs in rock formations like these next to oceans, and I'm just making that up off the top of my head. Who knows what this is actually like, but whatever this is, that's what it's like in nature. And so you're guessing, right? Like, it makes sense that if a fortress was here, it would connect to those sea caves, so if they needed to escape or something like that, right? And who knows how flooded they are, but if you wanted to take a risk and maybe do some swimming, you might be able to find a secret entrance here.
Done.
Okay.
Wait. I'm not so sure about that.
Ari just starts taking out her outer clothing and like
you stay watch.
Oh, no problem with that. I'm not going down there at all. Says my -2 to strength.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, so Ari, if you want to make an athletics check to see if you can find this secret passage.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, on the split screen where this is being shown, you see Ari, like, expertly swimming and me teaching Darius the letter D for Darius.
Right. So
you're like me.
No, it's like you're talking about the sea, but
there we go.
See, yeah, yeah, you're like, this is the character for water. Yeah. So you're teaching him common, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Ari, you managed to do this quick enough so you don't have to worry about like, holding your breath for too long or whatever. And you managed to find, so we get this like cool like swimming scene, right? Because Ari's a boss of this sort of stuff. She knows nature, and so we see her just in her element, like doing some cool swimming underwater. And she finds this like pocket of air. She pops up, takes a breath, kind of like looks around, and you see what kind of looks like a smuggler's cove, kinda. It's definitely long abandoned. From what you can see, you could do an investigation check when you kind of get up and kind of like look around. But first glance, it looks abandoned. But there are definitely some tunnels going off into different directions. What do you do?
Yeah, I want to do an investigation check.
Yeah. Okay. So you crawl up onto the rocky land of this cave and kind of scope around a little bit. Okay, so that's not super great. You get it's just not much more information than I've already given you, right? It seems abandoned to you. You don't find anything of value. It's long since stripped of anything like that. There's a couple of like rotten boats that were like rowboats that were here. It's not like rowboats that you be used to, right? This is all very Mesoamerican in structure. So these are like canoes, and so just long dead campfires, like years and years and years. But like these pits that you're pretty sure they use for the campfires, and there's some natural like ventilation in the top there that you think would allow this to not be filled with smoke. And yeah, you kind of search around, nothing really of value or interest there, but it does look like the tunnels lead in a promising direction.
What would Ari do? How many tunnels are there? How many tunnels are there?
There are 3 distinct tunnels that you are seeing. You could just make a investigation / maybe survival check to like navigate them and like find which one might be useful to you. I think survival in this instance.
Okay. Oh,
not super great. I think you get turned around, and you have to go back. You manage to find your way back. You don't get like lost in these tunnels. But you're a little unsure now as to like which tunnel to take and how far you'd have to go before you'd reach some place of interest. Yeah.
I don't want to go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so am I watching Buck?
No, Buck is with them. I made sure that they stayed.
Oh, okay.
With Darius and because we're trying to be stealthy, so sadly I have to leave Buck.
My brother
Buck
Connor
is
is watching us.
100% being included in this. He's just like probably sitting by Darius, just like looking, and I'm definitely not leaving him out. If you would like to watch us and learn how to read, then that is fine.
I think Buck should definitely learn how to read.
Buck is an animal and has
and Darius isn't?
He's incapable of a lot of
He's literally incapable of language.
Not to Arie, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's incapable of human language.
He can tell Arie about the really fun day he had.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Buck is definitely very interested in what you're doing, right? He's like crawling around and like looking at stuff, but like he's an animal, so he doesn't have any idea of what's going on.
So I think what happens when I come back after getting kind of confused, I want to do another investigation check one more time to like see which tunnel will lead to the
Sure.
The
so survival. Yeah. So do you want to like reveal something about Arie's past that would give you inspiration in this moment? Or do you already have inspiration?
No, I do not.
Okay. I mean, because that's the thing you could do, right? If you want to make sure that Arie can actually like navigate these successfully.
Succeed in this.
Yeah.
What you learn this thing?
Sorry, let me think for some. I'm trying to think of like a cool way to introduce this. So I think she comes back really confused, and it flashes back in her brain to like her past of a time when something similar came up. When she had a puzzle that she had to solve, where she was. God, just give me a second.
Yeah, you gotta make up something.
Make up something.
Yep.
As you're talking and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be epic, and you're like,
I'm just gonna bullcrap this sentence until I start knowing what's happening.
Yeah, I think. Oh, here we go. Okay, her father, to test her to become the new chief of her tribe, had a trial very similar to this, where she had to choose 3 different doors. Based on like a riddle that he gave her.
Yeah.
And that was part of one of her traditions.
Yeah, one of the, like the trials of womanhood or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Cool. There you go. That's the story.
Bullcrap answer, go. Yeah, no.
The classic trials of womanhood. Pick which door.
Which door to go through.
It sounds like the trials of Christ and
that sounds like I think that makes sense, right? Like given the little nature of her origins, right? Yeah. That they had some sort of like trials of adulthood, right? And yeah, that's an interesting little like some sort of like riddle puzzle thing. Cool. And I can think more about like what that actually is too. And maybe it comes up again.
Okay, so I'm making survival or investigation.
Make a survival check. Yep, with advantage.
There we go. Didn't even need it. Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah, it's all good. So cool. So you definitely you scour these tunnels a little bit, and you get to a point where it dips into the water again, and you're like, okay, this has to be the one. Like this is going to come up. Like when I come out the other side of this, it's gonna come up basically right underneath the fortress. So who knows what's gonna be there. And so you probably shouldn't go in alone. Like that's your thought is like, okay, this is probably a little dangerous.
Okay. All right.
But you think you have a clear path now.
So do I know which tunnel it is that I went through? Which is it, the left, middle, or right?
It is the middle tunnel. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Yep. I mean, yeah, don't worry. I wasn't gonna like ask you like, oh, do you remember?
Like later on, do you remember which tunnel it is?
Let me just go rewatch the episode.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's going in my notes.
Middle tunnel, guys, is really important. It's not that
middle
important.
Tunnel. Middle tunnel.
Okay, then I head back to Toity.
Sure. To the fortress, middle tunnel. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Arie pops up and does the like super cool like slick her hair back and like shake it out right with the water when she like comes out and she's like, yeah, I'm a boss, deal with it.
I'm probably like sitting on the rocks, like I'm probably a bit paranoid at this point because of what happened the night before, or the day before.
Fair. Yeah, so we get this like montage of Toity like jumping at every single sound the cave makes.
So then I pop up and you're probably
right,
like,
you're just like
Ah!
and I'm just like, yeah.
Which is bad because technically I have the ability Brave, which gives me advantage against being scared, but that's what I'm saying, paranoid, not scared.
Yeah, paranoid.
Yeah. Yeah, so I pop up and I tell Toity, so I popped up and do I know exactly how long it took for me to swim holding my breath like underneath here?
Right. So
like is it difficult for like people who aren't a boss like me?
So I think it's a DC 15 athletics check, and you can kind of like figure that out in your mind, right? So someone would have to have a +5 to athletics to have to be like to have it be in their advantage, right? In the probability that they would succeed on that roll. So it's a little difficult, and right, I wouldn't make you just drown right away if you failed that test, but then you'd have to start making like constitution checks and start taking damage from drowning. And I'll have to look up the drowning rules now.
Don't drown.
So basically I pop up and I tell him, all right, so this is indeed a secret entrance. It's a little difficult. It's a little difficult of a swim though.
Glad I didn't join you.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to have to save your butt. Again. Anyways.
We're all gonna have to come up with stories of why we're super strong swimmers.
Like, does everyone actually know how to swim? Shouldn't we establish that first?
Given my -2 to strength, I'd probably say I'm not a good swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Given the fact that I just wrestled a crocodile in the water.
Oh my god.
I have a +4 to charisma, -2 to strength.
Wow. Okay then.
It's not good.
Not good.
Nope.
So anyways, it's kind of a difficult swim. And then on top of that, when it pops up, there's 3 tunnels, and down one of the tunnels is another swim, and I don't know how long that one is because I didn't feel like going into the castle by myself.
Sounds like a tricky swim.
Yes. But unfortunately, though, that seems to be really the only way into the castle that is deserted, not guarded at all.
At least it's deserted.
Yeah, so I mean, if we need to hide out, we could always swim under the first part and just hide in there if we ever needed to.
Sounds like a good idea. Can we go back with the others now? I'm kind of a little paranoid sitting here alone.
I kind of shake my head and I go, yeah.
And on the ground, you see a crab that has like that's been pierced through the top. And you can tell that I stabbed it.
That poor creature. Yeah, we can go back.
Okay.
I think we've gotten everything out of this scouting mission as we can. Did I gather any other information as far as like the castle, like how many people might be in there, stuff like that? Based on the size.
Yeah, based on the size. I mean, it could...
and like how many scouts are around and stuff.
Right. So you didn't see a whole lot of like. I think you only saw like maybe one small patrol of lizardfolk when you were around, and they looked like they were going back to the fortress. It didn't look like they were like scouting around. It looked like they were like returning from something. So I think, given your like general estimation of like how many people would fit in here like feasibly, I think you think it would hold maybe not a whole lot, right? A small tribe, so maybe at absolute maximum 50 people. But who knows how many are actually here, because you found lizardfolk like wandering the jungles, right? So who knows how many are out right now doing other things. Yeah, it's hard to say exactly how many you should prepare for, but
got it.
Yeah. So you guys head back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys, Toity and Arie show up in the mouth of the cave, and Arie is soaking wet. She's probably less wet now, but like, yeah, still a little damp.
Actually, I think I can use prestidigitation to dry her off.
I think you maybe can, yeah. fair.
I wasn't enjoying much. I might as well help as I could.
The question is what she want you to.
I mean, nobody likes chafing. Just saying.
Is that true, though?
Well, it says I can instantly clean or soil an object, so it's not exactly cleaning.
It's not the same thing, no.
My thing's telling me it's telling me my internet is unstable. I'm not like glitching out for you guys, am I?
Nope. You're good.
Okay. I'm on less reliable.
Maybe a little bit.
So.
So yeah, I just tell Raia and Darius what we found.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mean, 50 is a lot.
I mean, that's maximum 50. Like we're talking.
We saw
there could be
4,
like 20 in there.
And we all almost died.
Okay, because they had the freaking creature, the dinosaur things.
Right,
on
but
their
we're
side.
going into their home where they could have more of those.
Nah, and this is true. I'm just saying.
Fair.
I'm just saying, I don't know that it's necessarily the best idea. Like, as I was thinking about it on our way there, I don't think the ogres are really going to help us out. They told us to watch out for, I think, what I'm assuming is these people.
Mm-hmm. Chances
are they're not going to help us out.
Well, it's not worth. And I did check. Prestidigitation can drive someone off, so I say I've done that. It might as well try at least talk to Oddly. They won't try and kill us. These guys will if they find us.
It may be worth mentioning. I may be able to take a look at the fortress and see some weaker parts that we can maybe make a hole in and make a big scene while a couple of other people sneak in through the back. Say maybe we get some of the ogres to attack from the front, get everybody riled up, and then we can take it from behind.
Well, that's the problem. That I don't think there is a back entrance. The only entrance is the front, and then this cave.
If we take the cave, then the ogres distract them from the front. If we can maybe bust in a few walls and set them up so that they have some fighting chance.
Arie does not like this idea. Playerless is fine, but Arie does not like this idea.
I'm not sure splitting us up will be necessarily helpful in all cases.
Well, we wouldn't have to all split up. Just the strong swimmers.
I'm not a strong swimmer, and I don't want to split up.
I will cover your mouth and swim with you in my arm.
I also have something that might be able to help with that.
Swimming?
I have guidance, and you can add a D4 to an ability check.
Okay. Well, I was just saying if it came down to it, I can give myself inspiration.
Yeah, so there's also that. But I feel like I don't know enough about this kind of thing to have any say of what would really sound like a good idea or not. But I don't know, the ogres complicate things if we bring them in.
Plus, we have no way of telling them exactly what we're doing. We don't have that capability.
We also didn't have the capability of telling them that their son is dead.
But we managed.
I mean, it's a little different.
If nothing else, maybe we can report to Captain Miggy and see if he could send a ragtag band of fools.
I think he already did send a ragtag band of fools.
Touché.
I'm just saying, Captain Mickey didn't seem too keen on sending his men to fight the ogres. I don't think that this is going to be much different.
Yeah, I think he made it pretty clear that we're the ones who are supposed to do everything.
If anything, we're not strong enough to fight these lizard people now, so let's at least go around more to see, get maybe a better lay of the land and get an idea of where to go from there.
And maybe level up a couple more times.
That may be what I was hinting at.
Yeah, I see your metagame.
Also, if we explore the island more, maybe we can catch groups of these lizard folk and take down their numbers before even getting into the fortress.
Yeah, maybe we could try to communicate with them and have them sneak us in.
That is a distinct possibility. Not sure how likely, but it is a possibility.
Maybe I can find another weapon like my little obsidian friend here.
Obsidian, that's a big word for you.
I know, it's weird. I think it's my mom's side. And like the mom part of the tattoo just glows a little bit.
My mom's side of the family uses words like obsidian.
I really wanted you to say, like, my little obsidian friend here and hold up the macaweedle, and then it has, like, a smiley face.
Yeah, you're, like, in charcoal and on a smiley face.
Oh, no, in blood.
Or that. Oh, right.
Okay,
Well.
so I think at this point, Arie's just kind of like, okay, fine, let's just go.
Look, I understand you want to go and get your revenge, but it's hard to get revenge when you're dead.
This is a valid point.
Wisdom.
But I want to get revenge on the reptile armada as much as anybody else. I swear I will kill all the reptiles, and that is the end of it. But not
besides Buck, right?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, that was in the list.
Yeah.
Things Darius hates: reptiles. Star except Buck.
Buck is cool. He is my friend.
Yeah.
Even though he does not like me.
He clarified that Raia wasn't a reptile.
And Raia also is not a reptile. Raia is a mammal. Like, her horns are more like gazelle horns than, like, lizard horns. Lizards don't even have horns. So what?
Remember, Arie, revenge is best served cold.
I just kind of nod. I'm like,
Darius is, like, actually, like, throwing out really good tidbits of wisdom. What's your wisdom score, Darius?
Well, I just started thinking, wow, I really got through to him today.
Right.
My wisdom is 10.
Okay. You're not unwise, I suppose.
And that's a pretty common saying, so it makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Darius to say, like, one more, like, common phrase, like, with that. Just that doesn't make any sense out of it.
Right.
Like, revenge is best served salty.
Revenge is best served cold.
Don't keep all your chickens in one.
And remember, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
There you go. Yeah. Don't keep all your chickens in one bush.
All right.
Don't keep all your eggs in one chicken.
There you go. That's trying to think of an actual funny joke there.
I agree. Let's come back when we're stronger or have more reinforcements, and I will get my revenge.
Right, because that's another thing, right? Like, you guys aren't expected to, like, actually, like, fight an army, right? Like, they're not expecting you to be able to do that. So if you come across an army, such as maybe you did, you can send back to Lord Navarro, and he can send over soldiers, right? Like, that's a thing that can happen.
I'd rather not talk to Lord Navarro again for reasons.
Toity says to God again, I guess.
Toity very quickly becomes a very, very religious man.
Yeah.
I was before. It's just not like.
Remember, he's a good halfling Baptist. Remember?
Yeah.
How come nobody is evangelizing anyone in the group?
I don't think.
So Luna is not the kind of goddess who is like evangelizing.
Well, that makes sense, but.
Toity's religious beliefs haven't really come up at all in, like, actual practice, and Arie's an atheist, so...
I'm also currently running away from royalty that I insulted.
Fair.
The faith of the Toity is a little of question.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So are you actually, like, do you believe in the dragon god Jesus Christ?
I laughed so hard listening to that.
I know, right? Fully God, fully dragon. Fully human,
that was like my favorite quote of that whole thing.
Fully human, fully dragon, yeah.
My full intent is that Darius would have a come to Jesus encounter, sort of, and that some miraculous thing happens where the demon goes bye-bye.
Yeah, we could have an exorcism happen. That could be a thing.
Oh, an exorcism boss fight. That would be awesome.
I mean, in my longest running D&D campaign, we had a player who their character was possessed by a demon literally throughout the entire thing. And yeah, like we were imagining a giant like boss fight at the end where he'd fight his demon. Never ended up happening, but yeah. I don't actually remember how that ended up, but so you guys are gonna go along the coast more?
Well, the adventure.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, guess I'm gonna have to close all these things that I opened up because I was hoping you guys would go in there.
I was hoping I get a chance to kill him.
I know.
I tried.
It's all right. There's other things that I can kill you with. It's fine. Okay, cool. So let's see.
Is it like midday at this point? Probably.
Yeah, I think midday. So let me roll one more time.
I'm just waiting to see a roll, and he goes, "Oh," and then I see another roll, and he's like, "You weren't supposed to see that 6."
See, I'm rolling everything in you know. Yeah, so there's no random encounters happen while you're kind of like prepping up camp and all this whole thing. You don't find anything. So you guys set out. I think it's about let's see, noon. So you guys move. Wait, there we go. You guys move another 2 hexes, and it's 1 p.m. I need to look up. Let's see. What's the? I should have brought up my Google Doc. What am I doing? I need to figure out what the timing is. Oh, I think it's 4 p.m. until the next. Yep, 4 p.m. is the next slot. So okay, so it is 1 p.m. when you get there. It is 2 p.m. when you get there.
Jungle!
Yeah, you kind of have to go back into the jungle a little bit.
It's the jungle out there.
It's the jungle out there. Yep. It is 3 p.m. when you get to this tiny little sliver right here.
Oh my gosh. Wait, would we have to go to the black one first?
So
you're
on that tiny sliver of land right there.
Would we have to swim to get over there from this one, though?
No. I think it's just barely connected. You go through like a series of reefs. Kind of wade through some water, I guess.
Do we find any like small crabs along the way?
Yes, you do. There's all sorts of crabs and like sea lions and yeah.
On occasion, I like to imagine Darius just picking one up and just crushing it and then eating it.
Oh, lovely. I thought you were gonna like make it your friend or something, but nope.
Myrtle-ation.
Oh, I had no question when Toity had the crab. I was like, oh, he should have brought back the crab meat for Darius.
That is true. You did like talk about eating the crabs in the first session.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 4 p.m. when you get there. Rolled again for your random encounter. Nothing happens. It's a rather uneventful beach excursion, right?
Yeah, but last time that happened, we ran into the alligator.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's not excursion. Excursion. There you go.
Don't mention the alligator.
What would cooking be a check under?
Cooking would be, I think there are cooking tools or survival.
No, but like if there's this survival check. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, this isn't 3. This isn't 3.5.
Yeah. It is 5 p.m. when you reach there. Just making your way along the coast, making your way downtown, walking fast, you know. So I went to my brother works at a deli, and I went there today and ate lunch, and that song's on the radio now. It's been stuck in my head all day. Wait a second. How many tiles has it been? Let's see. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
It's 5 p.m. where we are right now on the map.
Yeah, it's 5:30 once you get to this hex.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's 6.
Oh.
And you find a thing.
Whoa.
Oh, more ruins. Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I does this look like the other towers? Two towers.
This is not like a fortress or a ruin. You guys end up. So you guys are kind of like walking around, just scouting out the land, and you come across a kind of like a shrine. It is. I think the day is starting to get a little overcast, so it's getting a little darker quicker than it should be, yeah, like it's not quite raining yet, but it looks like it might get that way eventually.
Does it look like? Can I tell if the architecture looks similar to that of the tower with the orb in it?
You can make a history check.
Does the shrine have like what does the shrine look like?
I will show you because I'm going to drag you over to the map.
So with the 15, does that give me an idea?
Yeah. I think no. This is definitely something different. Okay. It's not the same architecture. Someone else built this. It looks older. And like that's maybe a little daunting because the other stuff was pretty dang old, but like this is some really old architecture, whatever this is. It's from thousands and thousands of years ago. Like it's really worn down. Yeah. And so let's see, what level are you guys now? 4?
Or if I'm proficient in history, could I make a check to see if I would know anything? Or is that about all there is to know?
Sure. You can make it. What's your kind of intent here? What do you want to know?
Just to see, because I'm really interested to if it would have anything to do with the orb, because I'm out for blood for whoever made the orb.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a roll.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think that you know anything more really. Oh wait, did you roll was that a 22 that you rolled first?
Oh, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize I clicked it
twice. Yeah, so
I just saw the 12.
That was the first roll. You rolled 22. Yeah. Again, like you don't see any architectural similarities here. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you don't think this has anything to do with the orb. It looks very different from everything. Yeah.
That's comforting.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is.
Can I, with my masonry knowledge, can I tell just kind of from the last couple like buildings and structures we've seen here, mm-hmm. Can I tell about how old this would be?
You can make a history check or artisan tools proficiency check, one of those.
And then I would want to start ritually casting detect magic.
Sure.
Let me make sure I have
so
that.
give me 1 second.
What is it?
Drag you guys over.
Be an artisan tool or mason tool?
Oh, sorry, mason's tools. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Let's see what you get.
Well,
no, you do not know anything about this. It looks really old.
Hey guys, it's a building.
And then I just kind of am like, I guess he's the same old Darius. One day wouldn't change anything.
Sure. Yeah.
I ready my longbow because I don't care about architecture. I see a building and I'm like, there's got to be people around. Let's get ready.
Yeah, understandable.
Literally every single time that's happened, every single time we've come across a building, something has happened. So I'm like, all right, get ready.
He's not wrong.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag you guys over to this map now.
I might prepare my crossbow as well.
Okay. I mean, it's literally just a shrine, guys. I don't know why you guys are worried.
Oh, you don't know why we're worried.
Chill out, guys. It's fine.
I mean, I'm doing the sensible thing and doing detect magic.
God is literally always trying to kill me.
That's why you're an atheist.
Because that makes sense. God's trying to kill me, so I'm going to be an atheist.
Fair. That's fair.
I mean, that's
maybe not consistent.
Though, is it not correct?
Fair. Sorry, I have to find your guys' tokens. I don't know where I put them.
I mean, it's just a really funny train of logic if you think about it. I know God's trying to kill me, so to get back at him, I'm going to pretend like I don't believe it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I can't see him, he can't see me.
Okay.
No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Okay. So can you guys see things now?
I see myself, but I see myself in the black void.
Right. That's because are one of you?
There we go.
Well, here it's not downcast out, or what's the word? Overcast enough that you wouldn't be able to like see in front of you. So let me give you guys global illumination so you can actually see around the map. There you go.
Ooh, I can see a lot.
Yeah.
For a second, I was really worried, but then I was like, oh, it's just Arie.
Oh, I just got moved.
Yep. Sorry, I moving everybody. Okay. So you guys are like looking at this, and so right, you see all of these like weird like little obelisk tablet things that are like surrounding this central structure. It's all really old. It looks like it was part of some bigger, grander structure before this. Right, this is like actual like legit stonemasonry. It's like this little courtyard. There's a huge statue here, right in the middle. And it's overgrown. Everything is overgrown with like huge trees, a bunch of like bushes everywhere, yeah, just like vines and overgrowth, like just all over the place. It's really old, really covered in stuff. And yeah, this big statue is, from what you guys can see, basically a giant like ancient warrior of some kind. It has like a sword. It's like holding a sword like this, like pointed downward. It's almost like the face is almost marred at beyond recognition because it's been so long. It's wind erosion and water erosion and all that stuff. Statue? It's about 12 feet tall. It's a pretty big statue. Yeah, so it's in the center of this little courtyard. It seems to be some sort of monument. And then yeah, you see this building back here. A little ruined stone structure. It seems to still have most of its stability intact. The roof hasn't caved in.
Does it look like a mausoleum?
Make a investigation. No, yeah, investigation check.
Is there a reason why it's blacked out on my screen?
There should not be a reason why it's blacked out on your screen. Let me help you with that.
But it's also
It looks like
yeah, just the shrine part is like blacked out.
Yeah.
Oh, you just can't see further, I think. Here, let me.
No, I can see it. It's just that that particular spot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. No, that's on purpose so that you can't see what's in it, right? Because the walls are blocking you. You can't see the inside of the structure. That's why it's like that. Yeah.
17 on investigation.
Yeah. So what was your question exactly again?
Does it look like a mausoleum?
It definitely. So it doesn't look like a mausoleum necessarily. Like a bunch of people are buried here, but it's maybe like some important person in the long ancient past was buried here, and this is like all built to honor them, or yeah, like something like that.
I'd like to go and inspect the statue.
Before anybody does that, I let them know that I'm doing detect magic. So if we wait for 10 minutes total, then I can go. We can see if anything's magic before
Perfectly fine with that.
Actually approach anything.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, so I guess we wait until I
kind of rolls her eyes. She's like,
do my ritual, and then I have detect magic up.
Okay. Yeah, you do not sense anything magical nearby. Within 30 feet of you, at least.
Okay. So I
we're
go.
Good to go. So I move forward.
Yep. Nothing magical on the statue.
Okay.
It seems like just a statue. There's no enchantment on the statue.
I'd like to inspect the statue, and I want to see. You said he's holding a weapon.
Yeah, he has a big. It's like a Macaweedle, actually.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to. I wanted to see if it was at all similar to my Macaweedle, and I wanted to.
It's definitely the same weapon. Yeah.
Okay. Do I know if it's temperance?
Oh yeah, specifically temperance. Roll.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be history. Roll perception, I guess, or investigation, whatever you're better at. Probably investigation, actually. That makes more sense.
Come on, I can use a good roll.
Yeah, it's definitely not temperance.
Okay.
From what you can see, at least, obviously it's eroded very, very badly. But there's no distinctive, like there are some distinctive markings that are still visible, and they aren't the distinctive markings of temperance.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
this is not your sword. Yep.
Okay. So I just pull out temperance and I just kind of make the same position and stand in front of them and kind of pay some sort of respects. And
sure.
Not quite as tall as him.
Yeah. Buck kind of like goes, flies over and like lands on a tree, like right over here. Kind of like squawking you guys. Yeah. Right next to you. He's like right behind you. Yeah. He just like squawks.
Got it. He squawks?
Yeah. Well, he does what he makes that pteranodon sound. I don't know. Squawk isn't like best word for that, I guess.
Okay. I turn towards him and I kind of like pet him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he reaches down. Nuzzles against you. So here, let me figure something out real quick. Yeah, what are the rest of you doing?
I mean, I'm wanting to go into the building if I don't detect anything magical out here.
I'm probably following Raia in that case.
Right. So is anyone like touching anything, inspecting it closer than just visual? Okay.
Not right now, no.
I'd like to see if there's anything around the statue, any sort of like writing or.
Actually, sorry, I want to do that as well. Sorry, Jordan.
No, that's fine. I was actually going to see if there was any sort of writing like that, and then call you over. So.
Yeah. I'm going to be looking as well to see if there's writing on these like tablets that are sitting around here and everything.
Yeah. So right over where you are.
Just in general, like looking at all these.
Right, all of these like tablets that are kind of like around.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So Darius, when you're kind of expecting the statue and looking for like more writing, so there's like a tree, right, like kind of like grown around the statue, and there's like a root right in front of something that looks like it's like an actual like thing that you would like there would be writing on it. Do you want to try to like, I don't know, look underneath it? Like you can't really move the root, obviously.
I put the maca weedle away and I pull out my axe and spin it out. And I put it on my shoulder, and I crack my neck.
Okay.
This is what they have this for. And I swing it down.
And
try to
that is when the tree comes to life and attacks you.
I was wondering. This is the second tree that's attacked us.
On that note, let's take our first break.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, we'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this.